the dance music known as merengue, a sanctuary for humpback whales, and baseball is in the locals' blood. Do you know what Caribbean island we're talking about? Welcome to the Dominican Republic. Our guest today is Jason Kycek of the iconic Casa De Campo Resort. This Caribbean delight boasts 7,000 acres on the southeastern coast and features a marina, shooting center, polo, and tennis facilities, and of course, a globally top-ranked golf course. They're sharing with us insider information about the recreated village Altos de Chabón, the best local dining from casual to gourmet, and the stops you'll want to make when you visit. Welcome to this episode of Destination Everywhere, Dominican Republic.
Looking for inspiring destinations, incredible places to stay, and the most exciting bucket list experiences to travel to next? Welcome to Destination Everywhere with hospitality and travel entrepreneurs Todd Bludworth and Andy McNeill. Having traveled to over 100 countries, Todd and Andy bring you unique perspectives with celebrities in the know, hospitality experts, and native connoisseurs to discover must-dos and inspirational destinations to plan your next trip for business or pleasure. So pack your bags and get ready as we bring you Destination Everywhere with Todd and Andy.
Welcome, everyone, to another great episode of Destination Everywhere. This time, we're going to the Dominican Republic. We have been so many times to the Dominican Republic over the years, taking great clients, having a fantastic time, and there's so much to do on the island, right, Todd?
Yeah, it's a beautiful spot, a lot of inclusive resorts, and a lot of beaches. You know, obviously it's an island, so it's got some gorgeous locations.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 2 hours from Miami. It's 3 hours from New York City, 2.5 from Charlotte. So from the East Coast, incredibly easy to get to. But even from the Central and even the West, you can get there in a half a day or a day. And so you really can plan a great event or go on a great vacation at this Caribbean just paradise. And when I say paradise, it really is. It has everything from ecotourism to wonderful, gorgeous beaches, fantastic diving, some of the best hotels in the Caribbean. I can't say enough about it. Over 80,000 hotel rooms on the island.
Yeah, it's actually the second largest Caribbean island, and it is the most diverse island as well.
So, Todd, who's our first guest today?
Our first guest today is Jason Kycek, and Jason is Vice President, Senior Sales and Marketing for Casa De Campo Resorts and Villas. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say about the island and his properties.
All right, so we'll be right back with Jason. Welcome back, everyone, to Destination Everywhere. Today, as you guys know, we are talking the Dominican Republic, one of our favorite Caribbean destinations for so many reasons. And today we have with us, so excited, Jason Kycek from Casa De Campo, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, Andy. Good morning. Great to be here with you guys.
Well, let's just dive right into it because there's so much to talk about your property because it's a 5-star property located in Romana. Did I say that right?
La Romana.
Yeah, La Romana.
Put the L before it there.
Gotcha, La Romana. And it really offers really unique experiences and has one of the best golf courses in the Caribbean. So give us like your just 30-second of all the great things, and then I'm going to dive in with some real questions. But
sure,
here's your chance to really tell us why our guests and our attendees and our podcast listeners should come visit you.
Sure. Well, again, it's hard to cram it all into kind of a 30-second elevator pitch, but I'll do my best. So,
yeah, we'll talk more too.
Then we go into detail. So Casa De Campo has a very unique history. It's been around almost 50 years. It's a 7,000-acre private gated community. Started as a golf course development, as you mentioned, the golf courses. We have four Pete Dye designed championship golf courses, Teeth of the Dog being the number 1 rated course in the Caribbean and a top 50 golf course in the world. It's
wow, that's incredible.
But aside from the golf, what makes Casa De Campo unique is you're in a community. We're homeowners. There's a little over 2,000 homeowners here. So in addition to golf, there's lots of things to do for non-golfers. We have an incredible equestrian center with a polo facility. We have ponies, donkeys that we do for groups, events. There's an incredible tennis facility, the largest one in the Caribbean. a great shooting center for trap and skeet shooting.
Amazing. Wow.
Largest marina in the Caribbean as well, too. The Casa De Campo Marina and Yacht Club. And then kind of the coup de grace of Casa De Campo, which nobody has, is called Altos de Chavan, which is our 16th century replicated Mediterranean artist village and community that has its own church, has its own art school, museum, restaurants, shops, and it's all in one umbrella, and you get around on a golf cart. So it's you're kind of allowed to come into like the Hamptons, if you will. And
that's incredibly fun.
And experience everything. So,
well, that's amazing. Well, let's start with the artist community, because you really piqued my interest with let's dive into that right away. Tell us about that and how guests, when they stay with you, can go visit, and what can they do there.
So the artist community actually is kind of a unique history to Casa De Campo, because it ties back to the original founder and owner of Casa De Campo, which was a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bludworth. Mr. Bludworth was the CEO, president of Paramount Pictures, Gulf and Western Movie Corporation. And he came down to the Dominican Republic in the 60s and bought this huge sugarcane plantation down here. And then he had the idea to start building a golf course. And then he was the one who started Casa De Campo. And because of his movie background, and he was a big philanthropist, he had the vision, and he was a visionary as well. The guy's incredible.
That definitely sounds like it.
What he did, he had a set design architect come down here from his movie studio.
Oh, wow. How incredible.
Who was Italian, and he replicated a village in Italy that he grew up in. And so the detail of this village is so incredible because it was built as it would for a movie set. Anyway, they built this beautiful, Mediterranean village, but the philanthropy part came from him wanting to establish an art school. He was a very big believer in arts, and so he endowed a art school, which became, it's been run for almost 50 years now. But the unique thing is our guests and everyone who's here, they can go up there and see the school. That's one of our kind of best kept secrets too. We have an incredible museum there, an exhibition, as well as a historical museum of the area that is, there's artifacts there that have been found in this region that they're one of a kind. They should be in the Smithsonian Museum. And so our guests can go up there and just have that element of their stay while they're here from an art and cultural experience, and meet with our art director, Mr. Kaplan, who's been running the school. He's from New York, but he's been running the school here for, again, almost 50 years.
And you can actually take art classes while you're there?
Yep. We do pottery classes. We do art
fun
things for our guests, or do great team building events.
Obviously an incredible place to go. What is the concierge going to recommend to us if we go there for activities? So what are some of the off the grid activities that people really enjoy doing, whether inside the community or outside the community?
Yep. So again, we have an incredible group of concierges. They'll work with you, personally. And first of all, understand, kind of what your comfort level is for things, and kind of what you'd like to do, and the ages in your group and whatnot. As I mentioned, there's so many things to do within Casa De Campo. You never have to leave.
You never have to leave. That sounds great. So great for a family trip.
Yeah, exactly. They want to say like, well, what's there to do for me off the property? And then they get here and they're like, well, I was here a whole week. I never even left. And you don't.
That's a good vacation, right?
It is a good vacation. So there's something really for everybody to do here. But if you're concierge, we'll most likely recommend our day trip to, it's called Catalina Island. It's a natural preservation that the government runs here. It's only 20 minutes from the Casa De Campo. What's unique for us is we're the only private beach in the Dominican Republic that our own boats will take our guests to Catalina Island.
Oh, fun.
Only 20 minutes. So it's a nice day trip, and it's a private island. There's nothing there. Sand is beautiful. Great for snorkeling. You can have lunch out there. There's a bar and there's drinks and things out there as well too. But that's a great day trip. It's one of the things that when I ask people what they enjoyed most about their trip to Casa De Campo, it surprises me that always comes up on like their top 5 things they enjoyed. Most was going to Catalina Island.
All right, Jason, I've got to ask about this activity that we found, a donkey polo.
Yeah.
What, first of all, what is donkey polo? And please tell me you put your guest on a donkey, because that's awesome.
Yeah,
and
well,
if that's the truth, tell us about it.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of the I think many things that, Casa De Campo unique, and especially, everybody's looking for new, fun group team building activities. And,
yep. Well, I'm sold. I am absolutely sold after hearing about that. So tell us about this. You're playing on donkey, and donkeys are probably a little calmer than, polo horses. And,
Yep.
And everyone has a good time.
Everybody has a great time. And it's, everyone who's done this for the first time, they're just, they want to keep doing it. Come back. And we've done some really incredible events too, because we have the equestrian center is just incredible. I mean, we have
that's amazing.
A rodeo area where we do everything, and our guys are just fantastic, that are there, of course, helping everybody. But we've set bars up there for our clients, so they're doesn't go too well hand in hand drinking and playing donkey polo, but that's what they want, and they have a great time with it. So it is a unique activity we definitely have here, and it's very popular.
So Jason, you guys have something very special there. You kind of have a villa experience. You have these wonderful places that folks can rent. Tell us a little bit about the villa experience.
Yeah, so villas are kind of one of our hidden treasures. I think that a lot of our clients, when they first come here, didn't realize we had. So we have just a unique inventory of 3-bedroom villas all the way up to a 12-bedroom villa, and from all price, from value based all the way up to the ones that are $20,000 a night, oceanfront, the ones where like J-Lo stayed in, or
J-Lo
or whatever, and there's something for everybody's budget, but the villas are an incredible experience, and it's one of the, I think, surprises people have when they first come here, and we're showing them the rooms, which are, by the way, we're all redone as well too. So there's 247 rooms that all been redone, but then we show them the villas, and the villa experience is just, it's an incredible experience. They all come with a private maid and butler. Breakfast is prepared for you every day. You have your own golf carts.
How much fun. So you have them on the golf course as well as ocean view?
Everywhere. Yep. There's incredible homes everywhere here on the property.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So you guys have been going through some major upgrades over the years. So, Casa De Campo has been around for over 50 years now.
Almost 50 years. Yep.
Yeah. So almost 50 years. Yep. So tell us a little bit about some of the recent upgrades, the expanded meeting space, and all the great things you've done there.
Yep. Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I think it's a very important area to discuss, because we have been around for so long, and a lot of people have been to Casa De Campo in the years past, but haven't been here recently. So I always tell everyone we work with, if you haven't been here in the last 3 or 4 years, you have to come back and see Casa De Campo. There's been so many improvements and changes made to the property. It's in the best condition it's ever been in, and we have a lot of meeting planners, especially, who have been here. They all say the same thing. It's the best condition I've ever seen it. It's incredible. It doesn't look anything like it did when I was there, 10 years ago. But we've been very fortunate. Our owners, the last few years, every year they've approved for us to do two or three big major improvements in the property. And the first year, this was about 4 years ago, we created Manitas Beach Club at our beach.
Wonderful.
We always had a restaurant there, but there was no pool and no kind of bar area. So we completely redid this whole area and created just a whole new dynamic and environment for our guests that are staying here. So now you have an adult-only infinity pool on the beach on one side, and on the other side, then we built a whole family pool area for obviously families and kids. We added 2 food trucks to our restaurants. We added
incredible
shops. The food trucks, when we first introduced the first one, people were kind of like, you guys, that's kind of strange, you're putting a food truck here. But, it turned out to be a huge hit, and then we added another one. But the food trucks also are great for groups, because we can move them around. And we can do your own private, food truck event on the equestrian center, polo fields, or something like that. So we've improved the beach area. We've built a brand new meeting space facility in the marina, right on the river, where you have river.
Beautiful.
Views. It's brand new indoor, outdoor meeting space. We just built that 2 years ago now. So that added more meeting space facility for us in a very unique, beautiful area. The good thing with that location is, a lot of times we have groups. There is a curfew here because it's a community. So a lot of times groups will want to have an event on the beach, but 2:00 in the morning is when the music and things have to end. Well, now in the Marina Riverside, where it's located, if a group wants to go longer than 2:00 in the morning, we can do it there without any issues with the curfew.
Here for no traffic. Well, Jason, where can people go to learn more about Casa De Campo, social media handles, websites, to really understand the true experience? It just sounds amazing. Where can they go?
Well, our website, of course, is casadecampo.com.do. You have to put the .do on there. And then once you're there, we have all of our social media handles on there as well, too. It's Casa De Campo PR, at Casa De Campo PR.
Well, Jason, thank you very much. We can't wait to visit. I'm definitely sold, and I'm sure our listeners are too. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it.
At AMI, we're passionate about meeting connections that change lives. For over 20 years, we have traveled our clients all over the globe, supporting their business goals and helping them stand apart. From hotel sourcing to audiovisual magic, we'll make your corporate meeting or event second to none. Go to AmericanMeetings.com to learn more. American Meetings, AMI, meeting planning perfected.
Welcome back, everyone. I really enjoyed interviewing Jason, and what a great property. Todd, I know I've been over the year. I've got to do this donkey polo. It just sounds like so much fun and something that would be kind of a once in a lifetime bucket list thing to do. So if you get to go to Casa De Campo, definitely put that on your list.
Well, and now that we're going to go into our destinations favorites for the Dominican, and so we'll go ahead and just start with renting a villa at Casa de Campo. It's just such a gorgeous place. They have 3 to 12 bedroom villas with their own butlers, maid service, golf carts.
Oh, you got to do this.
I mean, if you really want that VIP experience, I just go all out. And they're on privately located beaches and golf course. So definitely that's something you should do. While you're there, also visit Haitas de Chavon. It's a Mediterranean village that offers an art school and museum on property where your group can do a pottery class or take an art workshop. And you can also, and this sounds like a lot of fun, your group can partake in a historic scavenger hunt around the village or compete in beach Olympics. And who doesn't like a little competition when you're on vacation? So, or on an incentive or work trip as well. But that just sounds like a great time.
Awesome. And so my first one is visiting a cigar factory. So everyone knows about DR cigars, right? The Dominican Republic is known for some of the world's best tobacco. So there are some great factories that have events, and there are many that also are open for tours. And there's even a pro cigar festival. So if you're really into cigars, make sure you look that up and decide when that is. Make sure you do your trip around that.
Well, something that I didn't know but found out was you can actually go explore the home of Christopher Columbus's son, Alcázar de Colón. It was the home of Diego Columbus, which if you ask anybody, if you were to ask me my entire life, Christopher Columbus's son, I never would have been able to tell you Diego Columbus was his son. But he and his wife, they built this in 1512, and it was inspired by Gothic and Renaissance architecture.
Oh, wow.
So that's definitely a huge piece of history. The home is now one of the most popular museums in Santo Domingo, showcasing 16th century furniture, art, weapons, and musical instruments. So if you have the time and you're flying in or flying out and you have a little bit of time from Santo Domingo, go check that out. And
we actually also should mention that Santo Domingo is the capital of the Dominican Republic.
And a lot of airlift. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Here's one that is fantastic and definitely one of the best places in the Caribbean to see it. It's whale watching in the Samana Peninsula. It's located in the northeast corner of the island. And each year, 1,000 of whales go there to breed and be there from January through March for mating season. And this is a once in a lifetime experiences. Groups love it. People love to go, and you really feel close to nature. And you can do everything from seeing them on tour boats to diving with them to actually seeing them from the shore. So you have lots of choices. So definitely put that on your bucket list.
So, and for groups, something you can do, you can host an event at a place called La Puntilla. And this is an outdoor event venue. It's a 4,000 seat amphitheater facing the Atlantic Ocean. So an absolutely great vantage point. And it sits between San Felipe Fort and La Puntilla Park. So if you do have a good sized group and you're looking for a unique venue, we definitely suggest that.
All right. So if you go inland into the island, you can actually do an inland safari with ATVs. You can go off the beaten path and explore vast landscapes and just go all day long. Now, we've done this numerous times. It's always so much fun. And in what's really special about the DR is you can actually do it on the beach. And you actually do it inside the island as well. It makes it for really a unique way to see the landscape and also the wildlife of the island.
And something, you cannot go off, no matter what your skill is, it's diving and snorkeling on Catalina Island. So, obviously, if you're not certified, snorkeling is such a fantastic way. Our kids have been doing it since they were very small to see the marine life, but as well as certified divers, great diving. There's 1,000-mile long coastline, and the DR just offers amazing marine life. It does caves, shipwrecks, the remains of galleons. And Catalina Island is an island off of La Romana, and it offers just a great one-day excursions for, boating, snorkeling, or just kind of relaxing beachside. So definitely go check that out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've done lots of great diving there over the years. There's actually a barrier reef around in areas of the Dominican Republic, which a lot of people don't know. So there's fantastic diving there because there's really nothing around the island. So absolutely fantastic. All right. Our next one is a tour of the Brugel Rum Distillery in Puerto Plata. It was founded in 1888. Brugel is one of the largest distillers of traditional rum in the Dominican Republic. And it has tours, history lessons, a great place for education, and rum tasting, one of my favorite things to do. Todd?
Well, I love rum, and maybe you could try some of that rum while you're attending the DR's favorite sporting event, and it's known as Pelota.
I know what that means. Baseball. So, obviously, we've got a lot of major league players that come out of the DR. Absolutely.
And the DR is
some of the world's best.
No, absolutely. And between mid-October and late January, you can catch a game at one of the country's major professional baseball stadiums, cheer on a local team, and just get a great, unique experience.
Really a great local.
They call it the great American pastime, but baseball is absolutely huge in DR. So
yeah, it's definitely the great Dominican pastime as well. All right. Our next bucket list item is have an eco adventure at Las Haitas National Park. This is in a remote northeast coast of the DR, and it's one of the DR's most protected areas. There is a 30-meter high limestone formation amongst the bay. It is home to rainforests, caves, mangroves, and a variety of animal species. So if you want some eco travel, check out Las Haitas National Park.
Well, and that is our 10 suggestions. Obviously, there's a lot to do on the island.
So much to do.
Spend days in Santo Domingo alone, but those are just some of the features that we'd like to point out. Well, that concludes this episode of Destination Everywhere, the Dominican Republic. So, as always, we would like to thank our team here. We have Chris Jordan, our copywriter, Annie Fernandez, our creative director, and of course, the amazing Lauren Campbell, our podcast producer. So please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show on your preferred podcast app or by going to www.destination-everywhere.com. So we look forward to speaking with you next time on Destination Everywhere. Safe travels.
You've just tuned in to another episode of Destination Everywhere with travel and hospitality entrepreneurs Todd Bludworth and Andy McNeill. To access the show notes and other helpful resources, visit destination-everywhere.com. Join us again next week for another bucket list filled show as we feature another travel-worthy destination. Until next time, travel well and be safe out there.